Hello and welcome to OpenLock, at least this version of the overview for this month of OpenLock's development. This is the first month of active development of OpenLock, a 4v4 open platform MOBA arena shooter hybrid built for modding, custom content, and fun. Of course, the main focus is the gunplay, the movement, and the item system, all of which are being touched and revamped in certain ways. The item system has a lot of ambitious ideas going into it. The heroes are work in progress, but we do have an idea, and I would like to kind of stick to that idea as much as possible, which is taking the hero archetypes from TF2 and putting them in here. And so let me go through some of the few things that I've been working on so far, just to give you an idea. This music is from Feed the Beast Guys Expert Edition. There are two music tracks in the menu. There is a... We're gonna play through a match, but give me a second. Server. Streets. Let's see. Let's open our CFGs real quick. Things are going to be jank in this because not everything is set up, but you'll probably get an idea. There is custom music for the match intro. It's supposed to spawn bots. I'm not sure why it didn't spawn bots. That's just a beat. That's a default that's a default thing. Let's get red.
I am the
Haze.
bright light's dark shadow.
Actually, let's not get
Bring
Haze.
your
Haze.
best. It won't be.
Haze is going through some stuff right now. So let's get grass. We'll put Haze on the enemy team.
I will bring the end.
Sunset. Let's go spawn some enemies. I don't know why I have to set this up myself. The script should just do it for me, but we have lemon, sunset, grass, red. Sorry, it's loud. It's loud. I know. Haze. Indigo. Ocean. Violet. Okay. Haze is the only one in here. She is. Oh no, never mind. Oh no, I'm the one. No, red is the one who's weird. Okay, well, that doesn't matter then. So, the main thing is with this game, well, the majority of things haven't been, like, added. We're actually on the wrong map. This is... All of the things in reference to Deadlock is just for reference, okay? When the game is complete, it will be completely different. It'll have completely different assets, panoramas, and stuff like that. But to develop the game, we need to work with what we have to kind of mishmash stuff together.
Isn't this romantic?
Something you may notice is that the game looks older. Oh, I gotta remove hero testing. Just like that. The game looks older because it's on an older build. Which is surprisingly more stable. If you were one of the people who, like, back in 2025, you were like, man, the game like runs worse, like way worse now. Yeah, it does. It does run worse in the 2025 build. So this is the December 2024 build, the holiday build. Saw the Christmas stuff on the main menu. That's what that was all about. We're not going to be able to get a gem, unfortunately, or like any of the gems from the shards of the stones. They don't drop. They're still only commands. But we can still test out some of the items. Wide. Getting the 2. This is a very strong ability. It does a lot of cool stuff. We're gonna get our enduring speed, because this is one of the 2 items that actually has a dedicated upgrade path. So it's not a lot. And because Fleetfoot is really good, and you'll see why. I don't know if you can. I mean, you should be able to, but why would you do that if you can just do this? So let's take a look at Fleetfoot and see how much that costs. It costs 8,000. You'll notice that there are not 4 tiers, there are 3 tiers. That is very intentional. So this costs 8,000 souls. Which you'll notice we might be a little bit broke. We might be a little hard on money. So the reason why I chose this hero, no, I think, actually, I don't think it works on this hero. No, okay. But that's something to keep in mind, is that we'll have working first person. That's not this weird jank camera solution. Just on the wrong hero. I don't know why they're doing that. That's really just like disconcerting that they do that.
You loser.
We're gonna go get our next green item, which is gonna be superior stamina, actually, because as you can see, we have 1 stamina. Well, extra stamina. We have 1 stamina, which is fine, because you can see we can move pretty well. But with improved stamina, even 1 stamina buff, and we kind of break this game, you know.
So long.
Actually, if we go and hunt down these golden statues, we can actually get some crazy buffs as well. These have been tweaked so that, see, it gives us 4 spirit power and a bunch of other random stats that we can't even see with the localization strings for them. The game just doesn't know how to handle some of these stats that are being used as modifiers. Alright. Now we can get some real firepower. Let's see. Like escalating. But we don't do a whole lot of spirit damage, so there's something to keep that in mind. Is that spirit is going to be reworked into a different stat called strength. And that's going to be really important because that's going to change what spirit scales in the Alright, my fucking headphones, man. These fucking pieces of shit. You'll notice that down here is a warp stone worth 20,000 souls. It hasn't been adjusted at all, so this is not worth it. This is like the worst purchase right now in the game. Whereas this is easily the best purchase in the game because look at what it upgrades into. But even disregarding what it upgrades into, the things that you can do with this is crazy. And this is just kind of like the tier that does nothing, the category that does nothing until you have these two items. So we're gonna buy one of these, and increase our DPS by doubling the amount of ammo we have.
You loser.
And we're getting pretty low, so you know what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna buy another green atom, believe it or not. I know it's crazy. We're gonna just start healing off of the jungle. Yeah, I'm busy here. Now the jungle is not gonna be... What the jungle ends up being is probably going to be a lot different from what it is in this game. So, in Deadlock, just keep that in mind. Ooh, Siphon Bullets. Siphon Bullets is not upgraded. It's something that I can't just upgrade for. Even though it's really strong. It's the infinite sustain item. The life steals are going away in place of the siphon bullets. The siphon bullets. Not just any siphon bullets, the siphon bullets. Okay, so now you can see we do spirit damage. Pretty good. We hit the 2 on something, and then we'll do spirit damage, which is really good. And as you can see, the melees are pretty much homogenized. Because the melee system is intended to be a combat system. Actually decent instead of the shit that it is in Deadlock. As you can see, you are not restricted in any way during parries. So you can just keep doing this. But as a consequence, you can't stun people with your parries. It's very important. It's meant to feel like a fighting game. So the purpose of the parry in this is to actually just reduce your damage.
They've destroyed the Guardian on yellow.
Man, I would love to have Ricochet or Tesla bullets. Oh, let's check how much money that costs. Is that 8,000 souls for Tesla bullets? Yeah, it's crazy out there. And then 20,000 souls for Ricochet. Now you could also get Titanic Man, get 500% ammo if you wanted to do that. But let's see how powerful we can get with just the items I've tweaked so far. All right, let's just stick to what we know. Just sacrifice your life. Take that, yeah.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
Here. Let's see if I can get one of my bot teammates to pick this thing up. Here. Take that. Yeah, get that. Go get that. Whenever they decide they want to take that. Come on, bruh. Make this harder than it needs to be. I don't know where that urn went. I was hoping. Oh, there's some shops down here, of course. Let's take one of these. So I know I shouldn't. I'm just going to anyways. Now we're starting to build up some money. That's a weird interaction. Alright, let's see. So we still can't buy anything. Typical. We're stuck with this gun for the next 2 seconds. That's no problem. See, this is why I don't do a whole lot of commentary during my gameplay. I'm a very boring individual. When it like as a content creator, I'm not an interesting person at all. I just can't do it, you know? I can't sauce it up for you, you know? You're just gonna have to live with the who I am as I am kind of thing. So now we can actually get some
The spirit urn is waiting to be
crazy
claimed.
stuff. Alright, here we go. Finally, back to my element. That item costed like my entire investment strategy, bro. Oh, man, how it would feel to have kinetic dash.
Don't leave me hanging now.
You notice how this walker didn't drop a billion stupid ass fireballs that do 5,000 damage each? When he died? Valve saw the HMC and decided to remove it instead of just make it give less distance. Even though it's like the premier movement ability in their game at the time. They want us to fucking accept movement slop abilities. And this item costs a lot of money. When you think about what it does, it kind of makes sense. These items cost more money because of the amount of extra power you're getting per item. Like even the weakest items in this are going to give you so much more extra, like so much extra power. On top of the insane amount of power you already have by default. Oh my god, she did.
If someone could pick me up, it would be much appreciated.
That's right. Let's go back to base with this whole urn, bro. We're gonna deliver the urn to the base. Yeah, that's right. Look at that. That seems balanced, right? Oh, shit.
What are you dropping me for? Please be
Oh,
more careful with
okay.
that.
I didn't realize I couldn't. I didn't realize I couldn't drop the urn. Okay. It's a bug. I didn't know. I didn't know about that. It's inconvenient. See, my power level isn't really going a whole lot from the start of the match. You know, you're just kind of consistently powerful. And the items are designed to accentuate your playstyle. You know. Oh, that's right. There was an upgrade to siphon bullets that turned the steel duration infinite. Ah, here we go. I want to know what it looks like when I have melee cancel. God, this brings me back, bro. This map.
They've destroyed the Guardian on purple. Our purple walker is under attack. The spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
I mean, there's nothing really different. Like when you really put it together, what am I doing differently here from when I normally play Deadlock?
Don't leave me hanging now. Isn't this romantic?
Generational aura loss. I'm never coming back from that one. Especially on a bot. Jeez. Let's see if I can get you to parry.
Come on. Kneel, loser.
That's crazy. Who's this guy? Take my 3 spirit power? Yeah, sure. Oh my god, it has collision. I didn't even know. Back when you could stand on them. Is that a challenger? Now come back. You wanted the smoke just a second ago, bro. You wanted the smoke just a second ago, bro. Never fucked up an HMC that bad. Okay. And I came back to the shop without enough money to actually buy anything. Alright, well, run the King Me command, actually. So we get an idea of what's going on here. So this is superior stamina, which gives you kind of insane movement. Here's the movement buff with the superior stamina. Yeah, as you can see, the item gives you the ability to move across the map really quickly. That's on purpose, because obviously this game's not going to run on these deadlock maps. So first of all, it's completely irrelevant to balance the game like I'm balancing a deadlock. This isn't going to be deadlock, bro, for one. So as you can see, this item is crazy, right? It gives you a lot of movement power. But you probably already knew about this, right? You probably already knew about the changes I had made to this item. So let me show you the gem. Because if I hover over this, you can see it goes into the super glide gem. I don't actually know if I've done a whole lot with this in the VData, but I just want to show you what happens when you have a gem. So upgrade super glide gem. It removes the item from your slots, so you get that slot back, and you get that as a gem, right? But the real kicker is that that item that I just had, well, superior stamina are passive anyways, but if that was any other item, that gem would take that item's active components and turn them into a passive. And this varies by the tier of gem and the tier of item that it's upgrading from, of course. But that's basically the gist of it. Now, this Super Glide gem is crazy. Like you thought superior stamina was like you can fly around the map like it's Titanfall 2. This is like taking that and breaking it, basically. This is too much, actually. In like, you could argue it's way too much movement. Like, this is more fake movement than the shit they're adding in Deadlock right now, you know? So that's something to keep in mind.
The spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
Is that the gems are going to be basically tier 5s. There's tier 0s, and there's tier 2s, and then there's tier 5s. And those are the tiers for the gems, right? So there's tier 1 items, there's tier 3 items, these are tier 3, and then there's tier 4 items. Tier 5 items are going to be the gems. There's going to be tier 2 gems, and then there's going to be tier 0 gems. And something like Basic Magazine is probably going to become, and the tier 0s are going to be shards. So this is going to probably become a shard, right? And then there's going to be an actual item that you can buy that kind of replaces it, or something like that, maybe. I don't know yet. I haven't figured out how to make the gems drop from anything. So keep everything in mind with a grain of salt, that it's all subject to change. Let's see. 500 ammo? That sounds good.
They destroyed the walker on blue.
Let's see. Majestic Leap would be crazy. You know.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
That seems good.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
No, I kind of want my superior stamina again. Oh, I have it right. Yeah. Okay. Let's show you this item then, real quick.
Enemies have breached our stronghold.
Enemies. You can't damage the enemy patrons until their shrines are destroyed. So my gun should be pretty much able to shred anything in a moment's notice.
Green walker is under attack.
See the giant 1050. So that's an example of what a tier 4 item is supposed to be in this. Is so strong that you could probably argue that it's maybe too strong. The upgraded crack shot is so strong that it literally, like, you can't proc bullet procs with it. It becomes the primary, like, damage source that your weapon does. See, yeah, like that's how powerful it is. And I don't have any spirit power except for the intrinsic spirit power from these items, which doesn't seem to I don't get that. But if I do purchasing anywhere, open asset, I don't know what that is. Do this, and I give myself some spirit. 210. I'm really strong, crazy strong. You know what? It's on this. Let's see. Yeah. Like I said, it's all subject to change, and I've barely done anything. So expect future updates. You know, where you will look at how the hell we got here and wonder
Isn't this romantic?
what happened that time.
So long.
We only have one shrine left. The ritual must continue.
Let's see. Are my melees? View? No.
It's time to complete the ritual.
I think I have to set it up in the ability V data to make it so that can imbue, can put power on those abilities.
Power is never given freely, and today you took it.
It's a cool sound. All right, let's take a look at, real quick, the first-person view. And we'll call it there. So of course, this is what it looks like normally. And then on the default dummy hero, they have a working camera class system. So whenever it kicks into gear, in about 30 seconds. Yep. You can see they're missing their animations, but I turn on first person. It goes first person. It doesn't sit in the ground like it does with the other hero models. I just have to mix it up, you know, so that's all that's about. But hopefully you've enjoyed this quick look. I know it's not a whole lot, and it's really not that impressive at all, because most of these changes you could easily put them in deadlock, and in fact I'll show you what happens if I put these files, specifically these files, into my main lock install real quick, just to give you a taste. Okay, just to give you a taste of what's possible. And as well, I'll show you the map that the game has currently in development, which I'll do that in deadlock, called OL Plains. It's one of 3 maps. It's the first map. The second map is going to be a, let me check my Discord. It's in the current roadmap. Dark Forest and Streets. Streets is not like DL Streets, but it is inspired by it. Right. I fucked it up. I won't show you that, but basically, yeah, that's the whole idea. Sorry, this without a script, I get real weird off tangent. Struggle. Map OL Plains. I'll show you this real quick. This is kind of the design philosophy for the movement, which is why you don't play on DL Streets, is because the sliding and the movement and everything is supposed to be played on a map, a big open map, lots of curvature and hills and potentially verticality. You know, lots of places to LOS, but and I say this, but it's really like insane difficulty spike is making a map where there are like areas where it's got like good LOS blockers, right? So like down here in this like main area, right? Your LOS from people up there, and people up there are LOS from down here, and vice versa, and all over the map. It's really hard. I am not a map designer, and I suck at designing terrain. It is crazy difficult to come up with a good map design like that. So respect to you if you're that kind of person. I can't pay anyone, but hit me up if you want to make maps for this, because holy moly, could I use some help? Because I have not a damn clue what I'm doing. But hey, hope you enjoyed, and peace out.